Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here to Virtual Racing Network. We are live here on the YouTube channel. It should be a great race. We are at ISM Raceway. We have 28 cars, or trucks, I should say, here for tonight's race. Again, gonna be an exciting night of racing. Atlanta offered a little bit of a caution fester going on. They have implemented some new rule changes in there to counteract that just a little bit, as a new league gonna have growing pains, so we perfectly expect that. I wouldn't even call it a caution fest, just had a few more cautions than they wanted. Obviously, more than we wanted as well, but we are going to get rid of that. That is the past. We're here at ISM Raceway for tonight's race. If you are just tuning in for the first time, well, welcome to the stream. You're watching the Adrenaline iRacing League live here on Virtual Racing Network. You can check us out at virtualracingnetwork.net. Brand new website. We are still in the process of working on that. It's been there for a little bit anyway. But that is our home on the web. Make sure you check out our partner website as well, raceontexas.com. A lot of pay-per-view events coming up here in the near future. So definitely make sure you stay tuned for that, as we have a new thing here. So you see a truck go flying by right there. We actually have the radio on. We have radio chatter in our ears, so we are going to hear everything these drivers say here tonight. And assuming it's not too bad out there, we'll let you listen in, or we'll relay it to you anyway. We're not going to let you listen in 100% since we can't censor that out. But we'll let you know what's going on in the minds of these drivers here tonight as they go around this very interesting track. Not really an oval with a dog leg in it, so we're going to keep an eye on that. We do have just under 3 minutes here in the countdown to green flag drop here for qualifying. We again want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you get out there, share this to all your friends, family members, anybody you think might like some asphalt racing here at ISM Raceway, and get them out here watching. As we got NASCAR racing in chat, so welcome to chat, as well as everybody else there that hasn't typed in chat. Do let us know by typing in the chat who your pick for tonight's race win is, and we will we'll keep an eye on those drivers to see how your prediction does come out. In 2 minutes left on the clock here in the booth tonight, of course, is myself, Charles Wooten, on the cameras and the mic here tonight. We do not have a second chair. If in the event we do cover next week, we will look into getting that second chair near for the road course next week. And again, that is if we cover that. If not, we're going to be off for a little bit before we come to the next race. Let's look at some quick track information as we come into practice here. 1.01 miles. It's a smaller track than you might think, as big as it looks from the outside. 81 degree track temp, so not a very hot track temp either. It is a night race, of course, compared to 120, 130 degrees that we have faced at Atlanta, but still this track will offer some tricky parts. It's not the easiest track to get around. It still can cause the problems for drivers, so we'll find out who is going to be victorious here in 150 laps and about 5 minutes of qualifying. We'll find out that as we have 1 minute. This is that time. Grab you something to drink, grab you something to snack on from your personal concession stand in your kitchen. We'll be right back with qualifying in less than 1 minute. All right, there you see it. The checker flag waving here for practice as they get the last 3 seconds to get their times in. That being said, we are moving into qualifying as soon as the yellow shows up. There it is. Green flag is issued. They have 5 minutes on the clock here to get out on the track, and it looks like the first one we're going to see out on the track is going to be the number 24 of Jacob Hope. We'll see what kind of time he does put in here in that U-Haul Silverado. So we'll see. He's in the U-Haul truck. Will he haul the mail in that U-Haul truck tonight? We'll find out shortly where he stacks up. We also have Adrian Pedra out on track. Shane Abbey out on the track. Casey Metzger on track. Jared Matthew. Unfortunately, Jared Matthews' picture here didn't want to load properly. We didn't have time to get a hold of him to see if we could get a new one. We're going to have to see if we can somehow fix that image. So unfortunately, a driver headshot won't be in the overlays here tonight. We do have several drivers out on the track. We'll let you know when times start to roll in, as their best laps haven't come in just yet. There's one coming in 26.457 for Jacob Hope, as Austin Johnson in the 39 machine is going to be your pole sitter here for the moment. 26.043 as the 44 Lucas Cram is going to best his time by just a little bit, 0.042 with the 26.001. Jared Matthew in the 51 machine is currently sitting in a 4th position with a 26.074. He's going to smack the wall. That's going to do it for him. Let's go back and take a look. Kaz Bedford on the track, and not sure why the new paint job is not loading, nor the new number is not loading. I'm not sure why that is loading the way it is. We'll have to take a look into that. Training Paints not cooperating with us here tonight. We're going to try reloading that and see if we can get it fixed. But again, Trading Paints being a little pain here tonight. We'll let that reload itself as we jump over to Ryan Flanagan in the 13 machine. And let's see, he's got a 26.374, just outside the top 10 in 14th place. Gavin Cohn sitting in 10th place. He's off the track. Kaz Bedford still in a good position, 26.079. That'll put him in 5th place. And that paint job still not wanting to load properly for us. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. We're going to go over to Ryan Hartz in the 11 machine, as he is putting down his first lap here momentarily. We also have Kevin Skomsky out on the track, Landon Williams, Cody Slaudecker out on the track, and it's going to be Ryan Hartz that takes it to the top of the charts. This is a 25.926. And he's not going to be able to hang on to it long, as Cody Slaudecker takes it to the top with a 25.906, but he is not who we originally went to. It was actually Matthew Bell, the 25.909. But just like that, that time was removed, as Cody Slaudecker once again dominating the qualifying here tonight. Let's jump over to Kevin Skomsky here in that 00 machine and see what kind of time he puts in. Right now showing a 26.695, sorry. That will put him in 24th place. We'll jump over to Eric Stamp here, who clearly stamped the wall there just a little bit. That time is not going to count, 30.411. We'll go over to Alex Walter, who's sitting at the end of pit road in the 63 machine, has yet to come out. So that time obviously going to be a little slow if he doesn't get out on the track, but it's not going to happen, I don't think. 1 minute left to go. He needs to get out on this track very soon if he wants to put in a lap in that 63 Mountain Dew Silverado, but at this moment he has not come out, so be interesting to see if he does. But 45 seconds left to go. I don't see anyone coming out. We're going to step away here and take a quick little break. When we come back, it will be time for your Walls Beard Co. Beard Bomb starting grid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set here as they are taking it to the grids. So we are going to drop down to the track with them. Just remember that your stage caution will be at the completion of lap 75. As you see the pace car there getting ready. A little flickering going on by the pace car. Not sure what that's all about. But regardless of that, we are ready to get this thing going as we're going to zoom in. And there it seems to be going away. But look at this field of trucks, as it's going to be Cody Slaudecker and Matthew Bell starting on row one. Again, we don't have that grid in yet. We are working furiously to get it in. But two very, very competitive drivers going to be starting on row one. But once again, your pole sitter, Cody Slaudecker, what a qualifying run for him. He has been dominant in qualifying. Can he pick up the win? His last win came in a preseason race at Daytona, I do believe. So can he get the win here this season in an actual race? I think his time's coming. We'll have to see. That number 45 machine going to be doing his best here to put it in victory lane. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Adrenaline iRacing League here live on virtualracingnetwork.net. Of course, check out our partner site over at raceontexas.com. We got a lot of stuff going on over there. Pay-per-view events coming up with some brand new go-kart racing. So make sure you check that out as well. All right, who's ready for some racing tonight? Let us know. This is your chance. Get that pick in for tonight's race win. We got JT in chat. Welcome, JT. Just see you there checking in as the pace car dives off. Let's fire this thing off. Green flag is out. We are racing for the first time here tonight. Cameras are flashing. You can see the lights going off. We are set for some great racing. We already have trucks going around. It's going to be the 21 that goes around along with the 39, and the caution is out quickly here. Let's go back and take a look. That's going to involve the 39, I do believe, as we're going to try to find him in the list of Austin Johnson. Let's go back here and take a quick look on the replay right on the restart. Let's go to the blimp cam here. And see right there, shot in the shorts from the 21 to the 20, and netcode with the 41. The 44, Lucas Cram, netcodes into the 21, spins him around. They collect the 39 with him. And I believe Kaz Bedford being caught up in this as well. Doesn't look like too much damage, but a caution coming out before we even complete lap number one. Due to netcode here tonight. Well, that is the last thing these guys want to see, is netcode being a major issue, but on sim racing it does tend to happen from time to time. Let's hope it doesn't happen too many times here tonight. Caution is out. Cody Slaudecker is your race leader. We just watched the replay. I don't expect to see too many people come down pit road, so we're going to step away to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Are you in the market for a quality new or used car, truck, or SUV? Head on down to Sames Ford in Corpus Christi, Texas, and browse through their inventory today. You won't be disappointed. All right, pace car is set to dive off this time as we are set to take that green flag. We didn't complete lap number 1 under green. That's unfortunately happening under yellow, so we'll see if we can get them going this time. That was on the original restart. Now it's going to original start. Now it's going to be the first restart of the night. As there you see, the green flag is back out, and we are racing here for the Adrenaline iRacing League. And it looks like we get a better start that time as they go diving in to corner number 1. Again, not the best start that we've seen, but they keep it going this time, and we are racing. And I think once we kind of get settled into a groove, I think we'll be fairly good here. I don't see any major issues that are going to be happening here tonight. We'll see. Will the dog leg be used? It is open. I do believe we'll have to take a look and see here if it is indeed open or not. As they're coming around, and it is indeed open, and they're going to dive way down into it. That can cause problems during the race if somebody goes down there and then shoots back up the track in front of someone. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well later on tonight. I don't see it being too big of an issue as these tires are really fresh at the moment. And again, something to keep an eye on. We're going to go to the front. Here's Ryan Hart's trying to run down Cody Slaudecker for the race lead. Right now, it's all about Slaudecker out front. He's led all 7 laps that we have completed thus far in the race. Lucas Cram back there, as well as Matthew Bells. You got a nice little battle going on for the lead, and a nice little battle going on for third place as those two battle. We go further back deep in this field. Look at the cluster of cars back here. This is around 17th through 24th. Roughly, as you've got the 23 and the 13 battling of Tanner Johnson and Ryan Flanagan. Those two side by side going into the corner. And we'll see just how aggressive these drivers get early on in this race. Now, I don't think that first move from Lucas Cram, whether he came a little bit of net code in there, whether the 21 came down, as the reports that we're hearing. Regardless of that, there was some net code involved in that. I don't think that was being aggressive this early. Just unfortunate luck by some of these drivers' parts. As we got another battle back here with Casey Metzger and Austin Johnson in the 39 and the 88 machine. Those two battling side by side as well. So we'll see how this one plays out as we got cars beating and banging in the back. The 63 involved of Alex Walter, and a caution will come out, and I believe that's what it's going to be for. Let's go back and take a quick look at it. Involving Alex Walter in the 63, and I'm not sure, was this Kaz Bedford in the 2 that was involved in this as well? No, the 48, and Kaz is just behind them. We'll see if he got involved. And no, right there, the 63 and the 48 being involved together in that caution of Alex Walter in the 63 and the 48 of Trevor Blythe involved in that caution. As we'll go back to the front of this field, back to live. It is now Ryan Hart that is in front. Not sure what happened to Slaudecker there as he's dropped back to third place. Maybe got a little squirrely there. I don't see any damage to the truck. But he will keep going. Is everybody going to come down pit road this time and take some fresh tires and fuel here on lap number 12, caution number 2 out here at ISM Raceway. Alright, it looks like Cody Slaudecker may be having some connection issues here as Lucas Cram beats him off of pit road And we'll take a look. Ryan Hart's having some major issues. Looks like 29 seconds on pit road. I have a feeling he may have been caught speeding on pit road. Something happened there to cause him to have a 29-second stop. We weren't paying attention to that stop too close, but we do know there is an issue there that caused him to be on there 29 seconds. And to note, Gavin Cohn in the 69 machine, he did not come down pit road, coming from 14th to 1st. Obviously, 14th is where he started at his lowest point as well. He did not come down pit road. We saw a caution involving some people going around on lap 1. Really not even the completion of lap 1. How will these old tires for Gavin Cohn affect the start of this race? I have a feeling it's not going to be the best start for him because of those older tires. However, I'm not going to say it'll cause any issues of stacking the field up, anything like that. Time will tell on that, but definitely going to be something to watch. Will those older tires hold up against these fresher tires on a restart? As far as going, 5-6 laps into it, I have no question about it. I think Lucas Cram and probably Slaudecker and probably even Piedra will get by him, and Shane Abbey. So I don't think those old tires are going to allow him to keep this lead too long. The tire wear, I think, is just a little bit too much. That being said, I think he'll obviously lead these laps, and he may lead one lap. It really just depends on how good of a start he gets over Lucas Cram. Once that green flag drops, Lucas Cram is free to hit the hammer and take the lead from him. So we'll see if that's the case. Does he spin the tires with those old tires? 15 on them versus 2 for everybody else. And everyone that's got 2, those are under caution speeds, not racing conditions. So it'll be interesting to see. He probably has about 7 or 8 real race laps on him compared to the actual 15, because some of that was under caution as well. We're about to find out who's going to get the start. Here's the green flag is out, and the 69 of Gavin Cohn does get a good start. The old tires not slowing him down too terribly much here, at least not for the initial start or the restart here. Will he be able to hold off the 45 and the 44, both diving to the bottom trying to make something happen here quickly? And the 45 of Slaudecker side by side with the 44, and we got them piling up in the back here. Let's go back and take a look. And we got a few cars stopped on a track, and it's going to be the 00 of Kevin Skomsky here. Let's go back and take a look, as I don't believe he was the only one involved. Something not going right for these guys. They dive down to the bottom here in the dog leg, and there we go with the 24 up here. A few drivers getting into the wall before then, and then just chaos ensuing behind that. What caution is out once again here. Taking a look at the cautions for tonight. That is caution number 3 for 8 laps of the 16 completed. So just over half this race under caution thus far for the Hanover Wrecker Service cautions. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see how tonight goes as well. Definitely not the way they want it to go, not the way they planned for it to go. But we'll see. Gavin Cohn still out front on those old tires, leading this race. He may have a winning strategy here. Those tires didn't hinder his start, and he is sitting at the front here as we're under caution once again for the 3rd time. We will be right back when those lights go off to cover every lap of this race. All right, whoops, we're knocking stuff over here on the desk. We'll get that out of the way so that won't happen again. We are set to get the green flag one more time, as we should hopefully get this again. The stage caution will come at the completion of lap 75, but we have to get there first. Right now we're on lap 19. Caution laps do count as the green flag comes back out, and we are racing one more time. We'll dive down to our main camera here. As it's going to be Gavin Cohn, Lucas Cram, Cody Slaughter, Adrian Piedra, and Matthew Bell are going to be a top 5 here in tonight's race. We already have 2 drivers out. Trevor Blythe and Spencer Hilton are going to be out of this race thus far. I'm not going to say they're completely out, but they are on pit road getting damaged or repaired and been there for 3 minutes apiece, roughly. That being said, we go back to the racing action up front, and we got them side by side as a Gavin Cohn. As I expected, those tires may have been good on the restart, but they're not good on the long run, as he's going to fall 21 laps on those tires versus 8 for everyone else, and he is falling like a rock, as it's going to be Jared Matthew in the 51 machine that's trying to make a bid to get by him. And here comes Adrian Piedra as well as Shane Abbey, Lucas Cardo back there as well. So these guys starting to get him, and right there you see the 69 getting way out of shape, and he's going to lose multiple spots. You cannot keep those old tires here, not against these fresh tires. And that right there, from 1st to 16th in 2 laps onto that restart, when you have 22 laps on those, they just did not work the way he wanted to. We go back to the front, and Slaughter trying to run down Cram for the race at lead. We are still at green thus far. We'll see. We've had a stint of about maybe 2 or 3 laps. Well, I'd say maybe about 8, but still not a very good long run. And you can see, based off the 69 the machine, what is going to happen on these long runs. These tires are going to get really worn. That may be when we see the caution again, because I would say anything after 10 to 12 laps, these tires are junk, and you have to baby this truck a lot to get around this corner. That being said, Matthew Bell's trying to make a run here. We're going to go a little further back, though. We want to keep an eye on these guys back here as they're putting together a nice little battle as well. Even further back, as that's going to be the 39 of Austin Johnson and Ryan Hartz battling side by side. Sorry, that's not Hartz. That is the 34 of Robert Kenny that's battling side by side with the 39 of Austin Johnson. And just ahead of them is going to be the 4 of Drew Ashley. So we'll see. They're going to take it 3 wide into the dog leg. No surprise there. I wouldn't expect anything less. You can do that. You just got to be careful when you get it back onto the track. Slaughter still out front. Lucas Cram going to fall back 2 spots. Here comes Matthew Bell. He's going to try to take the lead. As just like that, again, we watch one little battle in the battle for the lead changes and the leader changes. That's how quickly you can make a pass here, but you got to do it very carefully. You got to time it very well, as Matthew Bell in that 20 machine hanging on for dear life on the outside right now. Woo, they make a little contact as Slaughter trying to clear him right there. He does clear him after a little bit of contact between the two, but they keep it going. No major issues there. Let's go back, as we got a car going around. I'm not sure where it is. That's going to be it looked like 13 of Ryan Flanagan having some issues, but he gets it gathered back up. But he was way slow on the track in the 90s, which is remarkably slower than we're used to seeing anywhere on this track. So whatever happened, he got it sorted out. We keep going forward in the right direction, as here comes Matthew Bell diving to the inside in the dog leg. Does the work. He does get the lead from the 45 of Cody Slaughter, and he will once again be your race leader. Question is, can he hang on to it, or is Cody Slaughter going to be able to make a move on him here in the dog leg as well? We'll keep an eye on that. And it looks like here we're going to check in with Gavin Cohn. He still has 29 laps on these tires. That is a lot of laps compared to everyone else, who, even though they have 16 That's still a lot of laps and a big gap between those, and it proves right there he's still falling backwards in this race, all the way back to 18th place. He hasn't fallen back as much, but old tires causing issues for him here tonight. He needs to get those tires switched out as quickly as he can, and I imagine he will here in this next pit stop. Let's go a little bit up here and take a look at this group battling here, as we know what's going on up front. Cody Slaughter and Matthew Bell traded back and forth, but Austin Johnson still battling good in that 39 machine. There's almost little contact between Robert Kinney and the 4 there. They keep it off of each other and keep it going. And we're getting reports as Kaz Bedford goes around there. We see smoke, caution is out. Let's go back and let's take a look and see what happened to that 2 machine. We finally do have the correct paint job, and now it's on us. We don't have the correct number in there. We'll have to see what happened there, as Kaz Bedford locks the brakes up not to get into the 29 of Tanner Johnson, and right there just spins it out. Caution does come out, doesn't hit anything. Good job of keeping the car from getting into the wall, but that brings out the caution once again. So that is our 4th caution of the night here, as we've completed 31 laps of the 150 laps scheduled for tonight's race. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see here, we got those track cams live going as we are just about ready to get it. And there it is right there. Green flag is out, and we are racing here tonight as it's going to be Cody Slawdecker still out front. We're on lap 36 of 150. We are closing in on the 50 lap mark again. The lap 75 will be for the stage, and we got him piling up once again. The number 21 involved this time of Tom Bourne. Let's go back and take a look as the caution is out once again for the 5th time here tonight. Oh, in the tri-oval dogleg area, we got him going around. What happened here as the 21 was involved? And it looks like contact between him and the 78 possibly initiated this. The 24 getting involved. The 69 squeezing by there. And that'll be 2 or 3 cars involved. Once again, caution is out here for the, I believe, 5th time here tonight. It is for 15 laps. Here are 7 different lead changes for your Hanover Wrecker Service caution. Break once again as we'll go back to live. Cody Slawdecker still your leader. We cut to a quick commercial break.
Cream rises to the top.
Alright, lights are off, pace car dives off. We're going to try this one more time. See if we can get these guys going. We're not even to the halfway point just yet. 5 cautions in the book. Green flag is out, and the front 5 going to get sorted out here. But the question is, what about the guys behind them? As they're going to go 2 and 3 wide into the corner. We'll see how it works out for everyone involved as we got trucks diving all the way to the bottom here and coming up back on to the track. And so far, it looks like we're going to complete the lap here with Cody Slawdecker leading the race still here on lap number 41. Again, this is back where we're having to watch. This is where all the problems are really starting to happen. Back here in the back of the field. Maybe not necessarily these people, as they've just been back here just now. But this general area from about 15th on seems to be where the cautions are coming from. So we're going to keep a very close eye on this portion of the field, as we are going to go a little bit up here to Trenton Jump and to see smoke flying there just a little bit, but I think that may have been a connection issue. I don't think that was due to a wreck. And let's go back to the front here. We got a battle going on for second place between Lucas Cram and Matthew Bell. We'll see how that one plays itself out, as we'll switch camera here just a little bit, and it's going to be Matthew Bell that hangs on and takes second place away from Lucas Cram and the number 44 machine. And a lot of little battles going on here. We got Jared Matthew in fourth place, Ryan Hart in the fifth position. Those are your top five. Of course, Slawdecker, Bell, and Cram are at the very front of your list, as we got a nice little battle going on here between Hartz and Matthew. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out between those two, as both of them having a fairly good run here tonight. But it looks like Ryan Hart's going to get the advantage, and he will keep moving forward. So really sporadic when it comes to the cautions. We've had them be after 8 to 10 laps. We've had them without completing a single lap. The cautions are all over the place here tonight as to if and when we get them. But Slawdecker still out front. Matthew Bell running him down. We'll keep a close eye on that on the scoring towers. We go a little back here. We're going to watch the 39 of Austin Johnson here that is trying to make up some ground. As you see right there, that 39 machine, 6th, currently 11th. He's been as low as 28th. Due to contact on the track, he's trying to go get this thing going in the right direction. Vernon, we're going to call him Vernon M. We didn't get a correct pronunciation on the last name here. Markeem, something like that. We do not want to butcher that, but Vernon M here battling the best he can as he's trying to better himself. He is currently in 10th. He started 11th, so he's only really gained one spot since the start of this race. So we'll see just how good he can do, as he's got a tough battle ahead of him. As right now he's battling with the 4 of Drew Ashley, and Drew Ashley not going to let him have the spots without a fight. So something definitely to keep a very close eye on. Back in the back, they've kind of sorted this one out. Not too much going on back here, as we're going to go back up towards the front, as it looks like, I'm not sure who that is. That is going to be Adrian Paedra that almost smacks well there. It looked like he got really close to it, nevertheless, as he is going to keep trying to move forward. Here we go, a few spots back. A little bit, there we go. We still got this little battle going on. Back to the front we go. Is still all about Cody Slawdecker, who has now led 26 laps. So we've completed 50. It is now 25 laps till the stage caution. Will we make it to the end of that stage caution without seeing another caution? That will be the longest stint we've had, if we can indeed make it. We'll see. As right now, Matthew Bell trying to work over your leader, Cody Slawdecker. Lucas Cram has been up front, but he's starting to fade here just a little bit in these later laps. So he definitely would love to get that number 44 machine back to the front. He has led some laps, but obviously it's about leading the last lap. It doesn't matter how many you lead as long as you lead the last one. will definitely be watching this one here. We're watching a lot of different battles going on here. And while we have a minute, so I think it's time, good enough for it. Let's go to the front where they're battling. And let's go a little bit, crank it up here as we have the cameras for it. So we're going to crank these cameras, these car sounds up, go silent on the mic, and we will be right back after a little cranking up here at ISM Raceway. And just like that, we go off the crank it up as the caution is out. And it's going to be further back here. Looks like we got a few involved. Let's switch the camera up and take a look and see what the caution was for. As I believe there were a few involved. The caution already out at that point. As here we'll go back and see what happened. If we can find it again, it's all sorted out here now. We'll find out exactly who was in the caution already at that point. So somewhere back in the back, I believe the 21 was involved in it, possibly the 24, Jacob Hope. But regardless, caution is out once again. And no surprise there, everybody coming down pit road here tonight. Again, that's no surprise. We expected them to, as we'll step away here for caution number 5. And this is not the stage caution, so we will at least have one more caution on lap number 75. All right, time for the restart. Take a look here. We'll see 6 cautions here tonight for 22 laps. As we'll take a look here at our track information. 81 degrees. This track is not very hot. So to see the cautions we're seeing could just be a bit of aggressiveness. This track is definitely not a hot track out there. I'm not saying it's not slick, but it's definitely not hot. But the green flag is out, and we are racing in a really good jump there for the 45 of Slaughter. He was the leader, so it's no foul there. It is at his discretion as long as the pace car is clear of the track, and he is. Here comes the 20, though, trying to make a move. They're going to be side by side for the lead, and the 20 of Matthew Bell is going to have the lead. And here comes the 11 and the 44. And I did not think they were going to clear that, but they do somehow, as the 11 of Reinhardt's barely clears the nose of that 45 machine. But indeed, he does clear him. And so we got a blinker up the front, the 20 of Matthew Bell having connection issues. Meanwhile, they're side by side for second here between the 44 and the 11. That is Hartz and Cram. Cram going to try to go to the inside. We're going to go further back in this field. Look at this battle going on between the 29 and the, I believe that's the 53. It is Eric Stamp and Logan Breaky. Those two putting on a nice little battle, but this sorted out. And here comes the 78 of Adrian Piedra. He's trying to make something happen as well. Gavin Cohn, who again went from first to about 18th. He's up to 14th, going back in the right direction. Let's go back and take a look at this little group battling right here. Led by the 2 of Cass Bedford, Kevin Smolsky in there as well, or Skomsky, sorry. Joshua Kane, Ryan Flanagan, all these guys right here bunched together as looks like Cass Bedford's going to pull away a little bit from this group. And they are putting on a nice little show for everybody here. As we go back to the front, it's all about the 20 right now. So he's out front, and we got him wadding him up in the back. And we'll take a look, and it's going to involve the 29 of Logan Breaky there. Let's go back and take a look. What happened here? Let's go to the aerial cam brought to you by Seams Ford and see what happened. And we know the 29 went around, and there he is just by himself, but he does get a clip from the 69 machine. And then I believe that would be the 63 that got a piece of him. No, that is not going to be the 63 that got a piece of him. Maybe one of his own teammates, the 23 possibly? It was the 23 of Tanner Johnson that gets a piece of him as well. That'll bring out one more caution as we go back to the front of this field. Your leader still is Matthew Bells. We're under caution here for the 7th time for 23 of the 64 laps completed. Just under half of this race under caution now. We are definitely going in the right direction with less laps under caution than under green, so that is a definite improvement. We'll see if we can continue the trend to get some long green flag runs going here as we are under caution once again as Matthew Bell is your race leader. Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're on lap 68. Do the math. 69, 70. And then 5 more, so about 6 or 7 laps. We'll be under caution again for the stage caution for the stage points. The question is, will we go to that, or will we see the caution beforehand? We're about to find out. Either way, as the green flag is set to come back out. And there it is indeed, and we are racing here at ISM Raceway once again to start lap number 69. Again, lap 75, the halfway point caution will be thrown at the completion of lap 75 for the stage. Caution points will be awarded, as it's going to be Hartz that's in second, Bell in first, and Slaughter all the way back in 15th place. Had a good stop there, 14.5 seconds, but he is back in this field, and look at them. They are 2, 3, and almost 4 wide back here for position, and right there, the 81 is going to get into the 10. That is Landon Williams in the 81 machine, as he is going to get in there and just give a slight bump to the 10, but they keep it going as they're starting to stack them up here just a little bit. We stay green, though. I didn't know how that was going to work, and there's the caution regardless. And I'm not even sure who it is. That is on lap 71. I'm not sure who is bringing out the caution here, but definitely was not the stage caution. Let's go back and take a quick look and see what happened here. And there you see the 48 into the outside wall. Was it the... I believe that was the 48. If I can take another look here and see. Might have been the 46 right there of Trenton Jump. And so we'll find out here momentarily. And it is right there. He's into the wall, collects one driver sideswiping him, and the caution will come out here. This potentially could be the stage caution as well, as everybody coming down pit road. Vernon not coming down at pit road in the 33 machine, as well as the 88 not going to be coming down. Kaz Bedford not coming down. So a few drivers opting to stay out. We'll see if they come down on the next time or not. But the majority of this field is coming down pit road for tires and fuel here under the caution. So again, we'll see caution information. 8 cautions so far, 28 laps under caution. Will this be the stage caution? It should be at the completion of lap 75. So if we go racing beforehand, I'm not sure if they're going to go ahead and throw the caution again. We'll definitely be looking to see if that is the case. But quite a few cautions here tonight. Definitely not what they're wanting to see here for tonight's race. But it does happen sometimes, as it's part of racing. We'll step away till those lights go off, and we'll be right back. All right, we are set one more time. They're gonna put these seatbelts and tag them and cinch them up tight. Rev those engine up and let's go racing here to start lap 75. That would be the stage caution. The stage caution technically should be at the completion of this lap, but due to the caution coming out there, they are going to go ahead and use that caution as the stage caution instead. So that will not be a caution coming out here at the completion of this lap, as it's going to be Vernon out front. Again, Vernon Markham. Again, hopefully that is the correct pronunciation of that name. I expect to see some pretty good racing from everybody involved here for the remainder of this race. And I stand corrected, caution is out, as they are stacking them up big time here on the tri-oval area. Let's go back and take a look as we got one upside down. What happened to the field here? As again, I believe that was the double zero that went upside down of Kevin Skomsky. What in the world happened back here to cause all of this? And there you see it in front. The 39 involved, the 8 involved, the 51 upside down, the 20 goes around, the 8 involved. There are a ton of trucks involved in the caution. Though technically we almost get the caution where it should have been originally, but again, that caution coming out earlier, that offset it and they ran it as is. As we are going to be under caution once again for the 9th time here tonight. We're 30 laps under caution, 14 lead changes on lap 77 of 150 here tonight. All right, we are gonna lock them and load them one more time. We'll see. Obviously, I don't think we're out of the woods for the cautions. We are set to go here. This may be a long race here, over the 2-hour point, for it to be completed, as we are set to take the green flag one more time. Green flag is out, and we are racing to start lap number 81 of 150. So we are past the halfway point now. The question is, will that change the way people are driving? They're already seem to be a little aggressive out on the track. And now that we're past the halfway point, laps are winding down. Will they get even more aggressive? As we're going to see them 3 wide for the lead. I think we have our answer. That's not going to work. And we got them beating and banging there as the 44 and the 33 get together. Somehow they keep it going. And there goes the 33 going around. And we'll try to catch up with them there as Verdon goes around in that 33 machine. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. Let's take it to the blimp camera if we can. And right there, they take, and then the 45 of Slodecker really nowhere to go. He gets into him, and he gives him a shot in those shorts there. Is probably the 33 checked up just a little bit. And there you have it. The caution comes out once again, as we're going to go back to the front of this field live. Ryan Hart's your race leader here at the moment. As again, we are under caution once again for the... So let's take a look. Under caution here for the 10th time tonight is we have 34 laps under caution. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, as the 45 of Cody Slaughter going to be receiving a one-lap penalty in the pits. He will have to come down and serve that penalty under green flag conditions. He's out on track right now, but as soon as we go green, he will have to come down and serve a one-lap penalty for the shot and shorts he gave to the 39, I do believe it was. No, not the 39. Well, regardless. So it is the 33. But regardless of that, the pace car is diving off, and we are going racing here. I'm not even going to say one more time, as we are going to start lap 87 of 150. Again, past the halfway point, but how many more cautions will we see here tonight? That is the question, as they are going to come barreling in to the tri-oval or the dogleg here. 3 wide, and they sort it out as they get in there. And there you see Slaughter going down. He needs to make sure he doesn't get a speeding penalty, as he is going to have to do that, and he does a good job of it. We stay racing, though, as unfortunately that will cause him to obviously 1 lap and maybe 2. We'll see how it all plays out, but those penalties definitely there for a reason. They are severe. As you will lose a lap, and we got cars going around. Caution is out. Adrian Piedra going to be involved in this one in that 78 machine, as well as the 28 of Joshua Kane. Let's go back and take a look. And what is happening here between the 78 and he comes down and hits the 88 there. Metzger, but we'll see. Let's see if we can't switch the camera angles here. And right there, we miss kind of what happened. Let's go back and take another look at that and see if we can tell. Again, you're watching the 78 of Adrian Piedra here. The 28 is going to be coming up here in just a minute. So they're not super close right now. And that contact right there kind of slows down the 78 of Piedra just a little bit, and then the 28 just gets to his back bumper and spins him around. Caution will come out once again for the 78 of Adrian Piedra and the 28 of Joshua Kane, as we are under caution now for the 11th time here tonight on lap 90 of 150. Track information here quickly. Track temperature actually going down. It has dropped 2 degrees since the start of this race. So interesting to know there that the caution's still coming out. So it's not a track issue. It is an aggressive issue with these drivers here tonight, as they're just getting a little bit of aggressive out on the track. We will step away and be right back when those lights go off. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's throw it out there. Who thinks that was the last caution of the night? Who thinks we're going to go into another caution? I think we will probably see at least one more here tonight. For my stomach's sake, I hope not. We didn't eat dinner before we came to the studio here to broadcast, so if anyone out there, speedy delivery, something wants to bring some food to us, that would be terrific. Green flag is out. We are racing here on lap 93 of 150. We're going to take a look and see as they're side by side. The 10 goes around, and not sure what is happening here. We may have just lost connection ourselves. No, everyone is back. Caution is out. What in the tarnation happened there? I'm not sure what that was all about. As Shane Abbey blinking out there, something happening. He's having a connection issue. Let's go back and take a look. 10 goes around right there, and all the cars blink off the track there for a time being. As Ryan Hart's your leader, caution is out. We're going to have to go see if that was just on our end or if that was another issue with the server itself, as we'll be right back here in just a moment. All right, we're back from that little confusion, and that was not on our end. Even the drivers and admins noticed that the sim completely dropped everyone for a second. Well, we are back. racing here again. So again, that issue not on our end in any way. That was the server. Well, quite frankly, taking a crap all of a sudden. It just died. But it is back, so we will continue racing here. However, the 10 getting turned before all that was probably not part of that. We can't say definitively if it was or wasn't actually part of what happened there, or if it was caused by it. The 10 did go around before it all happened, so I don't think it was part of it. We didn't get a chance to go back and look, obviously, as we were having other issues to deal with. Make sure that doesn't happen again, as we will hopefully stay green the rest of the way. We have 52 laps to go left in this race here at the moment, as it's going to be right there, 51 laps. It'll be 50 to go when we get to the green. Up front, not a whole lot going on. These guys single file out. They are the ones that are sitting good right now. Meanwhile, we go further back. These guys are where it is really getting crazy, as they're 3 and 4 wide back here battling for a top 10 position. Kaz Bedford back in here. Cody Slaughter in here as well. Casey Metzger, all these guys, Lucas Cram, Landon Williams, all of these guys putting on a heck of a show for everyone back in the back of this field. We'll see again how it all plays out. And whoo, they're getting it dicey back here in the back for sure. I'm just not sure if we're out of the woods. I don't think we're 100% out of the woods as far as cautions go. Let's just again hope we don't have another issue like we had on the last one there, where the entire field does blink out. We currently have 21 cars on the track, and the 69 is going to be slow on the track, as that is Gavin Cohn, and the caution does come out once again. And it isn't going to involve Ryan Flanagan, I do believe. Let's go back and take a look. Something going wrong here to bring out the caution once again. And we'll see. Was Ryan Flanagan involved in this? He was slow on the track. And again, not showing. He does have damage, but I'm not showing he was involved in that. So I'm not sure exactly what the caution was for. Regardless of that, Ryan Hartz is your leader, and we are under caution for the 13th time here tonight on lap 103 of 150. As we'll get rid of that, as everybody coming down pit road for the most part, except for Lucas Cram. He is going to stay out here and not come down pit road, as well as Adrian Piedra and Herman Hart. Those 3 drivers opting not to come down pit road. It would be interesting to see how that plays out for them. Good if you're Lucas Cram, probably. He's going to have a little bit of a pad behind him on the inside and the outside. So we'll see if they come down later on. If not, Lucas Cram will be your new race leader when we take the green here in just a few laps under caution, as we step away for a quick break. Alright, pace car diving off. It's time to go racing here once again to start lap 107. And hopefully you can hear us over the stomach growling over here in the booth. It's definitely a little bit hungry here tonight. Is this a race going on extended here? We've been here about 2 hours now, racing going on for just under that. Is there 4 wide for second place? And somehow in the world they make that all work. I don't know how. As they go through the dog leg, try over there, and we stay green. Flagman in the flagman, our flag stand, keeping us green, and of course the drivers doing that as well. So we got a huge battle going on here for about 5th position. I'm not sure how this one's going to play out for everyone involved, as we may see another caution. I'm not going to say we won't, but I'm not going to say we will either. But they're going to be 3 wide, and it looks like the 79 there of Herman Hart almost gets into the 34 of Robert Kenny, but he keeps it off of him. We keep going green here, but that was very close to being our next caution there, as you're going to have the 81 of Landon Williams right next to the 79 now. Here comes the 88 of Casey Metzger. He's going to drive through the middle, but it doesn't work out. He has to go to the top side now. Here comes the 79 again of Herman Hart. He's going backwards, the wrong direction now, as Metzger is going to get by him. Austin Johnson in the 39's going to get by the 88 of Metzger as well. As we go back to the front, Lucas Cram is your leader, but here comes Ryan Hart. He's going to try to take the lead in that 11 machine, and it looks like he's going to do it. As somebody coming down, that looks like Brakey coming down pit road in the 29 machine. Looks like indeed he is. He's coming down pit road. He is currently 46 laps down, but he's bringing it back down pit road once again, as your new race leader is Ryan Hart here tonight. And again, a few more cautions they were wanting. I was reading chat there. Yes, Austin Johnson is correct there, as we mentioned a while ago. That last caution, due to everybody having some connection issue, iRacing itself having a issue, as it decided it wanted to completely crap out on everybody. Ryan Hart's your leader. Those guys are pretty much settled out. We have Adrian Piedra in the 78. And that is Austin Johnson in the 39. Those two battling side by side. Should be a good little battle, but it looks like Austin Johnson's going to go ahead and get it. This will be interesting. They're going to be side by side. Here comes Casey Metzger on the inside of the 78 of Adrian Piedra. This is really getting a little scary here, as we're going to go 3 wide back here. Adrian Piedra, Casey Metzger, and that is going to be Tom Bourne in the 21 right behind him. These guys are really starting to put on a heck of a battle, and the closer we get to the end of this race, the more aggressive people tend to get. Will that be the case here in tonight's race? We've already seen some aggressiveness early on in this race, as now we go look just as we get up here. Matthew Bell trying to get by Lucas Cram for second place. He doesn't quite have it yet, but he is side by side with him, as well as the 34 of Robert Kenny trying to get in there and make something happen. Lucas Cram hanging on for dear life for that second position here. Again, if you're just tuning in, you're watching the Adrenaline iRacing League here live on Virtual Racing Network YouTube channel. Lucas Cram in the 44 machine hanging on to second place over Matthew Bell here at the moment. And we got some cars falling spots back here, as I saw someone a little off pace, but we keep it going. I don't think that was an issue. I think it was maybe a connection issue, as we have them stacked up pretty good back here. Kaz Bedford hanging on to 8th place right now after an up and down night for him. So is Cody Slaudecker and Casey Metzger, all of them having a up and down night here for that VRN team, Pro Stars Racing VRN team. And we go back a little further. Not much going on there as we go back to this main group. I don't expect to see too many issues right here, right now. The 45, and the 88 are all teammates, so obviously they're communicating. They're going to give each other room. No major issues there. That being said, accidents can happen, I guess, so we'll see how it goes as we go up just a little bit more here, as Bell does get by Cram to take second place. Here comes Kenny in that 34 machine. He's going to try to make something happen as well, but at the moment not quite close enough to be in striking distance. And we are still green. This is probably one of the longest, if not second longest, runs that we have had so far here tonight's race, as we have 30 to go when we get to the line for Ryan Hartz. Again, when he takes to the line one more time, this next time by, we will have 30 laps to go in this race. As it has been a long night here. We'll check some track information. You see 81 degrees. This track temp has gone back up once again. Caution information, 13 cautions for 47 laps of the 120 laps completed. 19 different lead changes. A lot of that coming under caution itself, as guys would not pit. Some guys would. Well, a lot of that coming again under the caution brake. But Ryan Hart's out front leading this race. Meanwhile, you go further back here, you don't see a whole lot going on, as the 51 are going to be coming down pit road. That is Jared Matthews. So he is 13 laps down here at the moment. Teammates are working together here. And we'll go back there. I thought we saw a car or truck getting off pace there. Adrian Piedra there. But he is not. He's going in the right direction. He's battling very hard with Casey Metzger right now. And Herman Hart. Herman Hart going to go as we see smoke flying. And that is going to be, I'm not sure who it is. Looks like just a connection issue there where the tires hit the ground and caused that smoke. I don't think it was from an actual wreck itself, as we stay green here on the lap 123. And yeah, indeed it was. The 79, though, of Herman Hart, he is putting a lot of pressure on that 88 of Casey Metzger right now. Trying to get to him. Almost got into his side panel there. Side of his door, trying to get by him, but he couldn't do it. He's going to have to settle for 12th place here at the moment. But those two definitely putting on a nice little battle back here for the 11th position here at the moment. Currently occupied by Casey and Metzger. We go back up front. Ryan Hart's still, he's checked out a little bit, but I'm not going to say he's pulled away from Matthew Bell. There is a 1.3, now 1.2 second gap, so he is starting to run him down. I don't think I can say that Ryan Hart has this one in the bag. For one, obviously Matthew Bell is running him down. Two, I still think we have another caution, maybe two, in the possible chamber here to fire off. We'll definitely wait to see if that is the case, but this is by far the longest green flag run we have had tonight. Probably some of that part to do because of some of these cars that are already out. There's less cars on the track, but we still have 23 cars out of the 29 that started on the track. So we still have a good sized field, even with some of these cars out of the race. We'll see. There's the 10 of Shane Abbey that went around a little while ago. Again, that was right as the caution was coming out for that whole ordeal where everyone disappeared in the sim. So obviously not what he was wanting, but he definitely is struggling now because of that contact. He started 10th, he's in 16th in the number 10 machine. Not the way he was hoping this race would go. Reinhardt's, though, his race coming together. He's led 44, making 45 laps as we're on lap 129 of 150 here tonight. And his night shaping up very well for him as he is just trucking forward lap by lap, as he will have some lap cars coming in to the picture here shortly. Let's go back to Matthew Bell. Can the 34 Robert Kinney catch up with him? It's going to be interesting to see if he can. At the moment, I think he's pretty secure in that second position. As one of the reasons we're as spread out as we are is for the simple fact here, if we zoom out just a little bit, let's see here, everyone's really spread out. There's not as much of battling going on as there was early on in this race, just because they're more spread out. That being said, I'm still not going to solidify that and say we're done with the cautions here tonight. I do believe they could still happen at any time. As these tires get a little worn out, somebody bobbles a little bit, somebody catches them, gets into their back bumper. Whatever the case may be, we could still see a caution here later in this race. We are going to be coming up on 20 to go here, 10 to go here shortly, as these laps will tick off very quickly. About 2 laps a minute is what we're running. Alright, we see them getting a little wild back here, sir. We're watching this back here. These guys starting to get a little aggressive more again, once again back here. So we're taking a look. These guys are on the lead lap. There are 19 cars on the lead lap right now. Then you go back to Jared Matthews, who's 15 laps down. So there is nobody 1 lap down. They're either multiple laps down or they're on the lead lap. So there is no worried about getting your lucky dog, your lap back if you're 1 lap down here at the moment. As Cody Slaughter receiving that 1 lap penalty earlier in the race, right as it did, that whole ordeal happened, and he got his lap back quickly. So he came in, served his penalty, got out, and he was good to go. So he really caught a lucky break there, as he's in 7th place here at the moment on lap 136 of 150. He is definitely sitting good right now. Cass Bedford is team owner right behind him on the track. Tom Bourne behind him is followed by Adrian Pedron. Look at the gap between these guys. The 78 to 79, and then I believe that's the 46 of Trenton Jump back there. So a nice little battle going on with these guys back here as well. So again, you never know where the battles are going to be. As the 78 gets a little loose. I think he may have had a little help from the 79, as the 79 may gave him a little bit of a shot to the back bumper, and they got him a little loose. We'll see. There's your race leader here on lap 138 of 150. That is Reinhardt. He's now led 54 laps. He's led a huge chunk of laps here in this race. Most of those coming here in the later half, and he hasn't been without damage. He does have some damage on that number 11 machine. And again, at this point, the longer we run here, now we're on lap 139, the closer we get to those 10 to go, 5 to go, the more comfortable I'm saying we may not see that caution. And this would be the longest run here tonight that we've seen on under green flag conditions. So We'll see Landon Williams hanging in to fourth place here at the moment. Lucas Cram trying to get him by. And look at this, Cody Slawdecker, Austin Johnson, and Kaz Bedford all in there. And that is the 29 of Logan Brakey that is back there as well. He is currently 48 laps down, but he is in this group trying to hang on to every lap he can, but it's not going to matter. There goes the 39. He's going to get by him. Kaz Bedford now trying to get by the 29 as well. He's going to go to the bottom, and I believe he will get him here in the next lap. The 29 doesn't have damage. He has his fast repair, so he's not slow. He's just a lot of laps down in that 29 machine. Again, that is Logan Brakey. Again, he's not slow. He's just laps down, and he is showing that. But nevertheless, the two of Kaz Bedford's is going to get by him, and we stay clean and green here with 9 laps to go for your race leader, Ryan Hartz. Alright, checking in on some stuff there. And I thought we had someone off pace. We don't. As we'll say green. And it looks like Eric Stamp's going to bring it down pit road. He's already 4 laps down. So that is obviously not going to be the trend. I don't think anybody's going to be coming down with 8 laps to go. He's just going in there to possibly get some damage repaired. I don't think he would bring it in just because. And he's not, so he is going to come back out onto the track. Just goes in. Maybe he needed to come in. I'm not sure, but be interesting to see. Let's look at this battle going on right here. You got a huge group of cars: Slawdecker, Williams, Cram, Johnson, Bedford. All these guys are right crammed in here together. Actually, Slawdecker's a little bit ahead of them, but still a huge group of cars in the grand scheme of things, keeping in mind that pretty much everybody's spread out. So to see 4 or 5 cars together when they're this spread out, this long of a green run, is definitely something we have to watch. It's one of the biggest battles here at the moment with 6 laps to go. As Ryan Hart's going to be coming to the line right there. He'll make it 5 laps to go. Again, your last 5 to go here in tonight's race. Wondered if we would get there, but we are here now. As we again go back to this battle. Led by the 44, Lucas Cram. Behind him is going to be Tom Bourne, Trenton Jump, and a few others as they are all putting it together in the 44. Lucas Cram bringing it down pit road. Surely they can make it on fuel. Not have to come down here in these last little bits. As he's coming down pit road, so is the 34, Robert Kenny, coming down pit road. So 2 guys coming down pit road. Herman Hart is leaving pit road right now. So again, I did not think we would see a fuel issue here tonight. But some of these guys are coming down with 3 laps to go. I cannot picture the 11 coming down pit road for fuel. As again, you would almost think these guys didn't strategize well, didn't get fuel or as much fuel as they needed on a last pit stop or last caution. As Ryan Hart's, there's no way he's going to come down pit road here with, well, we'll see right there, 2 laps to go. For your race leader, there is no way he's coming down for fuel and tires with just 2 laps to go. So those ones having to come down obviously did not put enough fuel in the truck to finish out this race. That is unfortunate for them, but that is going to allow some people to get a little bit better finishes than they might have. As right there, caution is out with 3 to go. And it involves a ton of people. Casey Metzger looks like he's involved in it. Let's go back and take a look. This changes everything when it comes to those people that just came down. They are back in this now. And what happened here? Ryan Flanagan and Casey Metzger side by side. Oh! And Ryan Flanagan just straight into the quarter panel of the 88 of Casey Metzger. No question about it. Let's go back and take one more look here. And we'll go to the blimp cam and see what happened. I think he just drove into his back quarter panel here. And seeing here what might have happened. And yes, indeed, he just turns up into the 88. Let's go take one more look at this. Go to the spot of the 13 if we can, and go on board as we go on board real fast here with the 13. You're riding with Ryan Flanagan as he's coming through the corner here. And right there, the wheel doesn't look to be going that way, but definitely slid up into the 88. He goes for a tumble as we go back to our main camera and go back to live. Ryan Hart's your leader. Casey Metzger now out of the race after that incident. The 13, Ryan Flanagan, is going to be sitting in 13th place. After all of that, he's going to come down pit road, though, as we'll step away for a quick caution. We are going to have a green-white checkered here tonight for the finish. All right, the lights are off. We are in the final 3 laps. Tentatively, we can't say that. If the caution comes out before the white flag does, we will regroup and do it one more time here for the green-white checkered attempt. And almost fitting that we've seen a few cautions here tonight. There you see 14 cautions for tonight. And we're going to attempt to finish this race under green as the green flag is out and we are racing. The question is, will we stay that way for much longer as the 2 of Cass Bedford gets a little loose? He saves it, though, as we got a car going hard into the wall. And I'm not sure who that is, but it doesn't bring out a caution either. As I'm not sure, again, who that was. We go back to the front here. Cass Bedford being a score. That is not the correct. There goes Cass Bedford. White flag is out, and no, a caution is going to be thrown because the white flag literally came out moments before Cass Bedford goes around. White flag as Ryan Hartz is your race leader, followed by Matthew Bell, Cody Slaudecker in 3rd place, followed by Landon Williams. Checkered flag is waving here for your race leader, Ryan Hartz, as he will get the win here tonight in the number 11 machine. And your race winner is going to be the 11 of Ryan Hart's, followed by Matthew Bell and Cody Slaudecker. We'll be talking to those top three drivers here in just a few moments at Heartbreak Hotel for the two of Kaz Bedford as literally gets a spun there. We'll see if we can't take a look and see what happened there to the two of Kaz Bedford is right there. I think he just got loose on his own. I'm not sure he had any help there. As somebody going around, that's the 44. Let's go back and take another look at this here from the blimp view. There goes the 21 into the outside wall. That didn't bring out the caution. And this is prior to it. We'll see what happened as we're in the aerial cam here to see what happened to the two. And no, indeed, he does get a tap, but he was already going around on his own. And that will not bring out a caution. Literally, the white flag had just come out. So again, Heartbreak Hotel for him as we go over to Ryan Hart's, who was doing some celebrating here again. Your race winner here tonight in that 11. We'll be talking to the top three drivers here in just a few moments in the post-race show. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to pull our third place driver here as we have Cody Slaughter in the booth. You finished third place here tonight. A wild night out there. Caution the field, to say the least. It ends under a green-white checkered. Yeah, obviously, having to represent the team here tonight is a Heartbreak Hotel for your the team owner, Kaz Bedford, there at the very end. But you get third. What are your thoughts, coming into this track and then leaving here tonight?
Well, I definitely thought that it was going to go kind of the way it went just from the C-Fix races that we've had this week. But all in all, I mean, we did have a couple good runs there towards the end of the race after halfway. So I can't really say too much bad things about it because there is more good than bad. You try to look at the bright side. But I just got to thank my teammates, Kaz and Landon and Casey, for helping me out and working together on the racetrack, and all the sponsors that are on the truck, JBL, Pro Stars Racing, and all the guys back at the track.
Definitely a heck of a race here tonight. Again, a few more cautions than we probably wanted. But definitely, in the end, you get a solid finish out of it. Top three here tonight. Obviously, as of right now, we won't be here for next week, but next week, a road course. We know you've been doing a lot of road course racing out there, so you're looking forward to doing that.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be a nice change of scenery. Be able to get out there on the road, and like I said, the local caution is going to help out a lot, so maybe we will get some good green flag runs and racing in there. It is a fun track, a lot of side-by-side racing through the chicanes and going up the hill, and it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Good change of scenery, getting away from the ovals for a little bit.
All right, well, again, congrats on third place, and again, hopefully we'll be talking to you soon.
Yeah, thanks, Charles. Have a good night. Thanks for the stream, man. Appreciate you.
All right, we are going to get our second place driver in here with us into the booth, and that is going to be the 20 of Matthew Bell. So give us just a minute to pull him up in the booth with us. And we do have him. Matthew Bell, you got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, well, again, we just kind of mentioned it, a long, interesting race. We had cautions, quite a few of them here tonight. I think we know the answer. We got to get it out there for the fans. Do you think the cautions played a factor here tonight? We really didn't get a long green flag run to test the tires or the fuel here tonight.
I don't know if it really played a big factor. I feel like most of the finishing order was like what it would be if we went for a long way, but definitely made the final restart interesting. Ryan was off of 4, taking the light, and they, I guess, wrecked down the front stretch. So definitely made it a lot longer than it should have. And I mean, just does not fun pacing for that long. So
Definitely, it's not. We had I believe, 14, 15 cautions total here tonight. Definitely not what you want to see here. We're gonna ask a driver here. Had we had a long green flag run, how many laps of fuel did this truck hold tonight? We really didn't get that information beforehand, and we didn't get a chance to really even see it in the race either.
I'm not too sure. I know me and Ryan were like, I was maybe 2 laps to the good if we went green the rest of the way. So I'd say maybe, I don't know when the last caution came out. I mean, I think it was around lap 100, so I think just around 50 was a full fuel run, but never got to really do it besides the last run.
Well, definitely would have been interesting here, but a good night for you. You finish in second place here tonight. Again, a good points night for you. We go next week. Y'all head into a road course. Are you looking forward to the road course? Not so much. What are your thoughts going into that road course race?
I don't consider myself really the best road course racer, but I guess I'm averaging NASCARs on it, so I'm looking forward to it as much as I was looking forward to Phoenix. I'm not really a fan of this track, so hopefully you can do another result as this. Just before I leave, though, I want to say thank you to Ryan, Shane, Jared, and Spencer. We all were fast tonight, and just didn't end up good for the other 3, but me and Ryan got 1, 2, so that's good for the team standings. Proud of it.
All right. Well, again, congrats on second place, and I'm sure we'll definitely be talking to you here in the coming broadcast. Obviously, a fast driver no matter where you go, so I'm sure we'll be chatting soon.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that is, of course, going to leave us to your race winner here. That is the 11 of Ryan Hartz, as we're going to get him into the booth with us real fast. Ryan, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
All right, well, you're sitting in victory lane here tonight. You led 69 laps, and most of those coming in the later half of the race. Give us your thoughts on here. Again, a bit more cautions than we wanted, but what are your thoughts on this race? Obviously, in well, you get the win.
Definitely caution filled throughout most of the race. I felt like if we got a long green flag run, I was going to be unstoppable because I felt really good in the last run. But of course, when I'm coming off a 4, the yellow comes out when I'm trying to take the white. But luckily, only one guy gambled, and I was able to get around him pretty quick and came out with the win. So
Definitely, it was a wild ride up there, kind of a roller coaster. You got that long run you needed. You just said obviously the truck was good on those long runs. In your opinion, if that long run hadn't come out, do you think it would have turned out good? Or do you think, you could have maybe used a little strategy, 2 tires, whatever, to try to stay up front and won this thing anyway?
I didn't take 2 tires all night. I didn't really feel like it was appropriate for, what point of the race we were in. We were just having caution after caution. And if we were just having caution after caution, I probably would have stayed out the whole time because most of the time we were doing like 5 to 10 lap runs. It just wasn't worth pitting and trying to go back there. And because I sped early in the race and I got in the way back, and it was not fun to say the least. Luckily, I make my way back up front pretty quickly, and I was lucky to just pull away at the end of the last run because I was trying to take it easy, and I did. I was pulling on Matt, and yeah, I probably would have just stayed out if we were getting yellow after yellow.
Oh, definitely, again, a lot of cautions, but then we had that green flag run. In the end, we knew, we've heard coming in, when you have made your debut here. Watch out for Ryan Hartz. He's going to be fast. He'll be someone to watch. Well, you gave us something to watch here tonight. You put on a heck of a run there at the end, pulled away to a sizable lead on top of that. So obviously, we're going to be watching you from here on out even more. And I'm sure you got some sponsors and possibly shout-outs there you want to give for that race win here tonight.
I remember Matthew Bell, my teammate, telling me that I might be even a veteran in this series, just because in the stats I've been better than these guys, but these guys still put up a hell of a fight. It's not like I just run away with it with no problem. But yeah, I got to thank Matthew for talking to me all night, and I really like working with Jared and Shane, the new guys that I've been trying to work with, and I really like hanging out with them and racing each Sunday. So I gotta thank you too.
Definitely. We look forward to talking to you again here in the future. I have a feeling it'll be quite a bit. When you get out front, obviously you're fast. But like you said, it's a tough battle. There's a lot of good guys in here. But we'll definitely be watching for you. And we'll chat with you here soon, probably, I'm sure.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, that, of course, is going to do it here for the broadcast tonight. There is not much left to say. A few cautions, and then we got a green flag run there at the end to end this race. That being said, we'll see y'all Wednesday night. Or no, tomorrow night, Monday. Wow, we get our days mixed up. Monday night for the Northwest Xfinity Series. We'll see you there. Until then, have a great rest of your night.